Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Shay. This is my lovely sister Bailey. I've been on T for 9 weeks now. So, and what are we gonna talk about today?
Coming out stories.
Yeah.
Plural. Who was the most memorable person? Most anticipatory, you didn't know what to expect.
Yeah, my mom for sure. We were sitting down one night. I was about 15 or so. We were sipping wine, being all classy and shit. And I think I started the conversation by being like, "Hey, have you ever lied to me before? Do you have a secret you've been keeping from me?" I just thought it was the brilliant way to start this conversation.
To turn it around
to
her.
And then she told me some story, but at the time I was just so focused on what to say that I don't even
Not
remember.
listening at all.
Yeah, I have no clue what she said. But I remember while she was telling her story, I just was I blurted out. I was like, "Mom, I'm trans." She didn't understand what it meant. So I was like, "I'm a guy. I know I've asked you to start calling me Shay, but it's not because it's a nickname that I want to go by. It's it's my name. I'm a guy. I want to be your son." And then she started crying. So I'm like, great. I'm going to get disowned. A million thoughts were going through my mind. She was crying this entire time, and I'm like, great.
You don't do well with crying. Also.
No, absolutely not. So I was just like, great. What do I say? What do I do? But then she just hugged me, and then she was like, "I love you. No matter what happens, you would always be my child." And I was just like, whew.
Huge weight lifted.
Yeah, I'm like, thank baby Jesus.
Yeah. What was there a time in high school that you did feel was a turning point, and do you want to talk about kind of the before all your peers knew?
Right.
And was there a point where things did start turning around and you did start feeling more comfortable at school?
Going to high school in Japan, where they have very strict gender-specific uniforms, was a living hell for me. I would wear my pants to school, and they would be like, "That's not your correct uniform. What's going on?" And I was like, there is no way you're fucking getting me into a fucking skirt. Not happening.
Not in a million years could I ever picture that.
I don't even own anything that's pink, let alone a skirt, So they were like, "Alright, you gotta go to the principal's office because you're not following your policy." So I was like, alright. Fuck, what am I gonna do? They called my parents, and she was just like, "Yeah, he wears his pants. What's the problem?" They're like, "No, he's registered as a female student. He has to wear the skirt." So this keeps happening every day. Every morning I walk in, I go past the reception area, and they're just they're not even gonna say hi to me at this point. They're just like, "You gotta go to the principal's office." And I would miss homeroom, so people would be at first people were like, "Where the fuck is he? What's going on?" And then after a while, I just became really pissed at them, because I'm like, "Do you not get the hint that I'm never gonna wear a fucking skirt?" We had a whole booklet of rules that we had to follow while we were in school. A couple of them were no extreme hairstyles, no dyeing your hair, no wearing makeup, no wearing piercings, no blah blah blah. So once
you just check them off the list.
Yeah. I decided to shave the sides of my head, have a mohawk, a spiky ass mohawk too. Dyed it
it could hurt people.
Legit. And then I dyed it red, and then I got a piercing, walked into school, and was I said hi to the receptionist because, I'm a polite human being, and then just said, "I'm just gonna go to the principal's office." No biggie.
It's how could they have expected you to respect them if they don't respect you at all?
It was my way of being fuck you, I don't care,
Yeah.
That wasn't probably the best idea, but that's how I reacted at the time.
Yeah.
One of the big things that happened or changed during this time was after coming out to my mom and after experiencing all that shit with my school, as our senior project, we all had to turn in a 2,000 word paper and some sort of item or concept or whatever, and I decided to make a video about being trans and what it was like so I can inform people, because I was kind of getting sick and tired of people being like, you know, misgendering me, not knowing what to call me and all that, and just giving me weird looks. So I was like, fuck it. If I do this, I know every single person in this school has to watch it.
Yeah.
So let me just get it out there and get it done with, basically. So that's what I did. They still didn't change their policies at all, so I would still get in trouble after that. But one of the mentors that I had who helped me with this project was like, why don't you just write to the board and see what they have to say? So I wrote a letter. I found their mission statement on the internet, which was like, you know, accepting different people, like having a safe environment for people to learn. And I was like, you're not doing what you're saying you're trying to do. Like, if you're trying to promote equality and safety and all that, why can't you accept me for my gender that I choose to be and create a safe environment for me? So a year-long process went on with like people talking, all that. Eventually my mom walks into the office and is like, hey, like, this has to change like today. And they're like, we're sorry about the delay, blah, blah, blah. He can start wearing the male uniform.
What would you like tell yourself then to like do differently in order to kind of like make it a little bit easier for yourself?
There are a lot of things I wish I had done differently. I think one of the major regrets I have is not being able to understand my mom as much when I first came out to her. Telling her I thought everything would change in a minute, you know? I thought she'd be like, oh, you know, this is Shay, my son. And, you know, just...
Yeah, like the hardest part was just telling her. Then it was like smooth sailing, right?
That's what I thought, you know? But it didn't turn out that way. Like, we went to a restaurant and she accidentally misgendered me. And that just tore me to bits, you know? I was just like... I couldn't handle it because I was so hurt that I kind of shut her out of my life for a minute. And also, after that point, I felt like I couldn't show her that I was upset because I didn't think guys had any feelings. So I was like, I can't seem like I'm upset. So my natural instinct was to get angry. So every time something happened that either misgendered me or made me feel like I had to be female, I just got angry, got physical, and it just, I wish I had communicated more. Like, what can I do to help you make this, you know, change happen quicker, or how can I help you understand how important it is for me?
Easier said than done, you know? Like, you had to go through that to become the person that you are. But
I mean, I'm 21 now.
I know.
I still get angry sometimes when people misgender me, you know? Like, since starting T, though, I've been passing a lot more. Just going into work and no one assumes that I'm female. You know, just walking out to the corner store and be like, thank you, sir. It's like, I've noticed those changes a lot, and it's definitely boosted my confidence.
It's like huge for your confidence.
Absolutely.
To kind of like switch gears back to kind of like different coming out stories. What's your version of the story of coming out to Yuta and I? Yuta is my brother and Bailey's husband, in case we forgot to mention that. I was in Japan still at the time when I first came out to you guys. We were talking over Skype or something. I think my mom like called and hinted towards Yuta that I was trans or liked girls or something. So he didn't really know, and I don't think you really knew as well. I knew a very vague thing, and I was like, okay, I gotta get the full story because I don't know what's going on.
And then I think we were talking about Skype, and I was like, yeah, I'm trans. Like, great, how was your week?
That was the beginning.
Yeah, I feel like that was kind of it.
Yeah. And you didn't really have to explain yourself because, like, Yuta knows you, he could understand, like, we had, like, a concept of what that would mean. Like, we didn't feel like you had to explain yourself.
No.
And we knew that in time we would get to know you better and get to understand you better. So when did you, I guess, realize that we were fully accepting of you as a man? Like,
I mean, with you, I kind of just, like, with our long conversations, it was obvious that you just
like I was seeking to understand you. Like I wanted to get to know you better and
like there was
just
no
the
question.
open outlet, yeah.
With Yuta, I think the moment that really made me realize he accepted me was when I was staying with you guys for about a week and one of his roommates came up and he was like, and Yuta was like, oh, this is my brother Shay, and then his roommate was like, wait, I thought your sister was coming, and Yuta was like, yeah, so Shay's actually my sister who turned into my brother, but he's my brother now, and I was like, god damn, alright.
Yeah.
That's
there
simple.
wasn't like any like awkward silence,
No.
like
He didn't hesitate, he was just like,
it's just
yeah.
that's the way it is. Oh, what was the rest of your experience once you moved here? Like trying to find roommates and just getting acclimated to school and stuff.
I mean, moving here, I knew people were more open to the idea of the LGBT community. So when I started looking for roommates, I thought it would be really easy. I wanted to be blunt and be like, hey, I'm trans, I'm looking for roommates.
Yeah, I mean, I remember writing up the Craigslist ad. I'm like, you just gotta tell them because, like, screw them if they find out later and they're like, they don't understand or they, whatever. You just gotta, off the bat, whatever, let's just put it up front, you know?
Yeah, and I got a few responses. Some of them weren't as friendly as I wanted. You know, I felt like it would have been better if they just ignored the whole message, but
Yeah.
they were like, yeah, we think it's gross and don't want to live with the trans guy. Another guy was like, yeah, we're not looking for trans people. I'm like, no shit, like you don't really go seeking for trans people, do you? But I was like, thanks, you know?
Oh my god.
But finally, I decided to house with my classmate and one of his friends, and they're just really accepting, you know? It was a good thing that happened,
Yeah.
although it took some time. 7 months to be exact,
Yeah,
you know?
of living on our couch, it was rough.
Yeah.
But I mean, you needed to take that time to like, I don't know, find people that you knew were going to be supportive.
Yeah,
and, like I'm glad it worked
absolutely.
out because it's been like a year now.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess other than like the really good friends that you made, how did you come out to like the rest of your peers in the U.S.?
The teachers still assumed I was female. So they would, you know, they would still use female pronouns when I walked in and first met them. And then, I think it was like 3 blocks in, I was just so tired of it. I was like, I've already been through this, I'm living as male, why the fuck do people keep mistaking it? We had to write a bunch of speeches, and one of them was write a personal speech. I basically wrote, you know, about me being trans and wanting to be addressed as male. And I went up to the class, I was sweating so hard. And I was just like, oh god, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And then I just like, kind of just did it. And I remember like 3 of them just started crying.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were they people you knew?
Yeah, they were all like all of us were really close friends by then.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, 3 of them just started crying. And then they, like, as soon as I finished, like, they came up and hugged me. And then, you know, my best friend was just like, he man-hugged me, lifted me up, and started like, circling around the room. But they've all had my back 100%. And it's just been an amazing journey. But yeah, that's about it for us.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support and comment that you guys been leaving. It's been really nice. If you have any questions too, just leave it in the comments below. And you know, that's about it.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time.